Hi, I'm Melanie from Properly Wrapped, also known as Prim Proper here in Fort Worth. I was just talking with my friend Marissa, and she sent over these wonderful little gifties. And so we were thinking that we might have friends and family that during this time want to sprinkle a little joy. And so I am here just to kind of like walk you through some ways to do that and how to package and properly wrapped gifts for sending to friends and family or leaving on a doorstep. So first I'm going to walk you through what she sent me. I'm so excited, I love it. So anyway, we have a candle that smells delightful. We have a facial mask. It's a French green and clay lemongrass facial mask. We have healing nectar and tea from Pablo's Lotus. I love Pablo's Lotus. I like put stuff on my face. They have this wonderful oil. And then some sage, a makeup bag to put all this in, and of course a card that says sending you a hug. How sweet is that? So first off, I want to go through why I normally wrap in a gift box, a white gift box, but here I have a corrugated, or also known as a shipping box. So the reason being is because when you're sending anything, you want to make sure it holds up in the mail, which also leads me to my next point. You want to make sure you have the right right packing materials for that. So some of those packing materials can include like shred or tissue. Sometimes people use like bubble and like those air pockets that you get from Amazon. However, and whatever you have laying around, it's perfectly fine. You can even use a combination of both. Sometimes to make air pockets look better, I wrap them up in tissue, or I cover newsprint with shred. And so there's many different things you can do to kind of make it look like a nice pillow. But you just want to make sure that when you shake the box, that you don't hear rattling, especially if you have something like a facial mask. You would hate for that to like break in the process and get all over all those little gifties that you're sending. Not so relaxing to open up. Another thing is that you can use in terms of actually wrapping the gift, you might want to think about how, if you're going to put a ribbon or some sort of twine. Here I have some yarn. Here I usually use a proper bow to finish up my gifts. And so I use like a satin ribbon for that. And sometimes I'll even use tulle. But I'm going to recommend against tulle when you're mailing anything because it has a tendency to wrinkle like clothes or like an apron. Something else you're going to need is you're going to need like some sort of tape or adhesive for wrapping a gift. And some people use double-sided tape, some people use like the regular gift wrapping tape that's a little glossy and has a tendency to disappear on a gift. But you just want to make sure that whatever you use, that it's actually going to stay wrapped based on if you're leaving it in the heat or if you are putting it through the mail. Different types of paper work better with different materials. So, without further ado, I'm just going to get started on all of this for y'all. Okay, so now we have a properly wrapped present. I just wanted to go over some tips that you might have seen in the video, but maybe not heard at the beginning. In this case, the type of box that we used, a corrugated shipping box, is just going to hold up better, especially if we're dropping it off on someone's porch. That's because the person receiving the gift doesn't know what's inside, so that might lead to them accidentally dropping it. And that leads to our next thing, is that you want to make sure that it's properly packed inside. So we used a bunch of materials. We used an air pocket, we used shred, we used bubble, even some newsprint in there. There is nothing moving in this gift. So that is a good thing, because we would hate for there to be, and I know the giver would hate for there to be a face mask all over the makeup bag. So that's important. And another thing is, if possible, it is great to be able to wrap the gift as tightly as possible to the box, meaning that there's no air, because if there is, in shipping, those corners are going to get dinged. So my goal in wrapping for shipping is to make sure that the gift arrives the way that it left. That's important. And that even goes into how I choose what bow to use on the top. Or if I'm sliding the card underneath the ribbon, you want that the card to be affixed somehow underneath the ribbon or on top, so that it doesn't slide in any of the packing materials that you put in the packing box that is being shipped with this inside. Anyway, I just wanted to go over that, and I hope everyone is staying well, staying safe, staying at home during this time, and I hope that this sprinkles a little bit of joy into your day or evening. Hope all is well.